Hey everyone, it's Natalie. So I'm kind of going hoarse because my allergies, so excuse me, forgive me. But today I thought we would do a video on a suggestion that I got in the comments, and that is when you have to go to a family get together where your narcissist and their flying monkeys are. Well, honestly, it can feel like you're going into a war zone. You don't know what explosion's going to happen. You don't know what trauma is going to be inflicted. You don't know really how to approach the situation because you feel intimidated. You feel scared. You feel like they're going to belittle you and make you feel worthless. Maybe they're going to bring up your personal failures, your job loss, your, I don't know, exes. I don't know. Just like they just like to antagonize you with all the negative things that have happened in your life instead of celebrating all the positive things that are going on right now in your life. They like to take cheap jabs at you to get you triggered into a reaction. So that way, when you do react, they can look at everyone and get pity from them, get sympathy from them because you're a bad daughter or a bad son. And when you're in the presence of someone that wants to trigger you, the best thing you can do is not talk to them because it can really be detrimental to your emotional and mental state when you're around someone who only picks out on you and likes to make fun of you and just give you low self-worth about you. And when someone is antagonizing you that way, it's hard to, first off, want to go around them, and second off, come to terms that you never got the person or the mom or dad or brother or sister that you always wanted. And you also have to come to terms with that you're not going to get it. They have a personality disorder, and because they have this personality disorder, the person that you imagine to have in your life will never meet up to those expectations. Like in my last video I said, set low expectations for these people because that's all they're worth giving. You give them high expectations of being nice, kind, considerate, and courteous to you every time that's going to be shot down. So you give them low expectations knowing that when you go in here, there's going to be cheap jabs at you and they're going to bring up your failures. And know before you get there how you're going to react to those. So you can either be overly emotional and yell and scream or cry, or you can say, yeah, I'm sorry you feel that way, but I see it differently. Or I'm sorry you think that, but I'm happy in my life. My new job is going good. Whatever it is, whatever cheap job they put on you, you have to spin it in a way where it doesn't bother you. Even if it really does bother you, you don't want them to know it bothers you. That's the goal. So you just come up with little phrases that are neutral, that are not mean, but they're not nice. You're not showing appreciation for it, but you're not being hostile about it either. So you're being neutral and saying things whenever something bothers you. You can say, I'm sorry that you think that, but I'm not comfortable talking to you about this. Or, I'm sorry, but it really just is none of your business. So you don't want to let them know they're hurting you. But while you're here at the family get-together, the narcissist can do many things. They can ignore you. They could be overly excited, trying to build some trust at that moment, so later you will feel comfortable enough in sharing some things that they shouldn't know. And then, and let me stop right there. Because you're a good person and you want to share your life with this person and show them, I'm a good person. Like, get it out of your head that I'm some horrible, awful person, because you're constantly overcompensating with that by overly sharing things to make you look like a good person. You don't have to prove anything to these people. You don't have to. And you need to walk in that house with that mentality that I don't have to prove anything to this person. I know I'm a good person. I don't care what they think. But because some people aren't there yet in their healing process, or they're in the midst of trauma, because you're constantly oversharing and showing them the things that are going on in your life, your failures, your heartaches, all this stuff, because you're trying to prove something to these people and you're overly sharing, what you're doing is setting yourself up for disaster. Accept the fact that you didn't get the person you deserved, and you will never get it. So going and proving to someone that you are a human being, a good person, that you are not the person they thought or smear you to be, you do things that get yourself in these predicaments where they can abstract that information to go smear you later to people that have no business knowing your business. Like I said, you don't have to prove anything to these people. All they've proven to you is that they're a horrible individual. And now looking back on my life, I have no clue why I tried to prove myself to my narcissist year after year, year after year. You know, I really think it's because you're looking for a love and acceptance from this person that you think you have to share your life with them. You don't. It can end up being like a Jerry Springer show at your family get together, because they are trying to pit people against each other. That's why they go and whisper in people's ears about what you're doing in life and what's going on in your life. So that way, number one, someone could get jealous of you. Number two, get angry and mad at you. Or they have this, I don't know, they have this way of like going and sharing information with like a sister or brother or whoever, so that sister and brother can feel superior to you. And because they are a flying monkey, they will also not only act or feel superior to you, they will try to show you love in a way that is going to manipulate the situation into you giving information about your life. And one thing we all know is that narcissists love drama. So you could go to a family get-together and there might be cake flying at your head for the littlest things. Maybe you stood up for yourself. Maybe you said neutral phrases and you're not tolerating it. But because the narcissist cannot get a reaction out of you or get what they want, they're not getting their supply, they get angry and hostile and physically abusive. And even though, like I just said, they're not getting it, what they do know is if they act physically abusive or hostile in that family, at that family get together, at the end, they are getting their supply. This is why they end up getting verbally or physically abusive while everyone's there. So that way the family members or friends, whoever are there, that some of them are flying monkeys, the narcissist can present that scenario to that person as, you started it, you're the bad person, this is what you get. And then in return, those people give the narcissist sympathy. And so even though the narcissist acted out because they didn't get the reaction out of you they wanted, at the end, they do get that reaction. I mean, that supply. At the end. After they acted like a Jerry Springer show at the family get-together. Even though they started it, it will all be blamed on you. But I can tell you that while I would be around my narcissist, I personally knew that I didn't want to be hurt, and I knew that if I even spoke to my narcissist, unless it's like, hey, pass the potato salad, if I even spoke, that she was going to smear me or belittle me in front of everyone. And so I just chose not to interact with that person. And you have that right not to interact with that person. And I understand you want to go to your family get-togethers. You want to see your family. You want to see old friends. You shouldn't have to be the single one out of that family get-together because of the way your narcissist treats you. It's easy to go no contact, but some people don't find it easy being away from their family. And so they choose to interact with other family members at that get-together, and that's okay. But because you're really unaware of who the narcissist is manipulating and who is their flying monkey, you need to refrain from talking about anything other than sports, the weather, anything just simple. Maybe your animals. Nothing about your personal life. Nothing about your accomplishments. Nothing about your failures. Nothing about ex-boyfriends or girlfriends. You want to keep your personal information to yourself. As much as you would like to interact with people, regardless if they're your narcissist or flying monkeys, as much as you want to share that information with them, you have to prepare yourself for accepting the fact that you cannot share your life with these people. Because you know, in the past, when you have shared your life with these people, they have held it against you, they have smeared you, they belittled you, they antagonized you, they did things that really were uncalled for. Really, they were. And when you're faced with dilemmas like, well, should I go to family get-togethers or not because my narcissist is going to be there? What I can tell you is I've had to face that before. And I wanted to see family members, and I felt like it wasn't fair that I was going to exclude myself because of the narcissist. When I went, I just made sure that I did not go around that narcissist ever. And if she tried to talk to me, I would give her very simple answers. If she tried to include me in something she was doing, I acted busy. Because I didn't want her to think that just because she's being nice to me right here, right now, in front of my face, that I was trusting her enough to share things with her that she was really digging out to get out of me. So I stayed conscious in that moment that I had to be around my narcissist. But fun fact, what I did find out is when I went no contact, the people that truly loved me and that wanted to have a relationship with me understood. Because she had a couple flying monkeys that were family members that basically talk crap about me now and cut me out of their lives. And then they tried to get other family members not to talk to me anymore by holding them hostage because of their age. So, honestly, if that happens to you where people cut you out once you cut the narcissist out, you don't need them. You couldn't trust them anyways. Even if they didn't do that, you still couldn't trust them. And you have to be so mindful of the things you say and do around all your family members until you figure out who's the flying monkey, who loves you for you, and who will stick by you no matter if you go no contact, or maybe you're at the family event and other people are talking trash. They're not going to talk trash with you. You have to be mindful of those people that are on your side. Not the people that are slithering like snakes trying to get information out of you to go back and tell the narcissist. Being there already is super uncomfortable. You don't even want to be there. You honestly feel like you'd rather be in hell than be there. I mean, not literally, but I'm just saying figuratively. Because the torture that they do to you feels like hell already. Hell, at least if you choose to go to hell, you know what's coming to you. But when you're going blindly to a family get-together and you don't know what mood the narcissist is in, you don't know what to expect. And leaving that family get-together can be even more traumatic than arriving there. Because now they have attacked you. And now you're leaving with confusion, low self-worth. You feel attacked. You feel like you're not good enough. You feel, it's just a million things you could feel when you're leaving there. And I know several times I left a family get-together crying and bickering with my husband and him bickering and crying himself about the way his mother had treated us and how he doesn't feel like part of his family as well, and how they treat his brother so much better. But see, that's the thing with some of these flying monkeys. They might be siblings, they might be aunts or uncles, whatever. Is they don't think they're getting special treatment because they don't know what you go through with your narcissist. If they knew, they would see that they get special treatment. But because the narcissist treats their flying monkeys totally different than they treat the targeted individual, nobody will ever know how you feel. And it's really hard to explain to someone how you feel unless they have had the same interaction with the narcissist. And that's the thing. Some of the people that are not flying monkeys have had this interaction with the narcissist and knows exactly what you're going through. And they will always stick by your side. Because it's not fair. Because they're a good person. They see it for what it is as well. So, look, if you have to interact with these people at a family get-together, just watch what you share, watch what you say, and watch what you do, because they are spying on you even with their back turned on you. They are spying on you. They really are. So it doesn't matter if they're in another room. They are hearing and seeing everything you do. If it's not through their eyes and ears, it's through their flying monkeys. So be cautious and be careful when you have to be around these people. But I can tell you one thing. Going no contact has been the best for me and my family, because honestly, we lost 2 people. That's it, out of the huge family. 2 people. And I couldn't tell you how many people in that family came and told us what she was saying and doing throughout the 21 years. But they experienced it as well. The snotty attitude, the entitlement, all this. Yeah, they experienced that. So when we did share our experience with these people, they believed it. And those are the type of people you need in your corner. People that believe you. Not people that take the information that you are telling them and flying back to the narcissist to share with, to smear you, because they have nothing better else to do. You are their entertainment. Especially your downfalls. If you have to be around them, stay clear. That's all I can say. All right, guys. Peace, love, and harmony. Good luck.